In this video, I have explained relationship, relationship type, role names, recursive relationships, degree of a relationship. In this video, I have explained relationship, relationship type, degree of a relationship, and role names as well as recursive relationships. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world. What is a relationships? Whenever an attribute of one entity refers to another entity type, some relationship exists. Whenever an attribute of one entity refers to another entity type, some relationship exists. For example, the attribute manager of department will be referring to an employee who manages the department. An attribute manager which will be present in department entity refers to the employee who is the manager of the department. Similarly, the controlling department of an project refers to the department that controls the project. The attribute controlling department of an project refers to the department that controls the project. That means the attribute department which is present in project will be referring to the department which controls the project. Another one example, the attribute supervisor, that is super assistant of employee, refers to the another employee. That means here it is the same entity referring to the same entity. An entity referring to same entity. That means here the relationship is between the same table, the same entity. Employee is referring to employee. One employee is just an employee of that company. Another one employee entity is the supervisor of the employee. The attribute department of an employee refers to the department for which the employee works. The attribute department which is present in employee will be referring to department for which the employee is working for. Like that, whenever an attribute of one entity type refers to another entity type, then a relationship exists. And when representing these kinds in an ER model, it means these kinds of references in an ER model, they should not be represented attributes but as relationships. That means DNO or an department which is present in employee entity should not be considered as an attribute. It should be represented as a relationship. Similarly, department number which is present in project should not be written as an attribute in the project, but it should be written as a relationship between the department and the project. In the ER model, these kinds of references should not be represented as attributes but as an relationships. Then what is a relationship? A relationship is nothing but when one attribute of one entity type refers to another entity type, a relationship exists. A relationship is an attribute of one entity refers to another entity. A relation type R among n entities E1, E2, etc. up to En will be defining a set of associations or a relationship set among entities from these types. That means in an association or a relationship set, it will be consisting of the entities which is obtained because of the relationship of an entities, that is n number of entities E1 to En. Not only n number of entities, even it can be a 2 entities, it can be a 3 entities. It depends upon the degree of an relationship. So relationship type or among n entities E1 to En defines a set of association or an relation set among entities from these types. That means whatever the set will be consisting of, that set will be obtained from the entities of E1 to En. As for the entity types, entity set, a relation type and its corresponding relationship set or customarily referred by the same name are. That means the entity type, entity set, relation type, even a subset of a relation type, all will be considered by the name R. A relationship type or among n entities E1 to En defines a set of associations or a relationship set, and this set will be formed among the entities from these types. Entity types, entity set as well as the relation type will be referred by same name, and that name is called as an R. For example, consider a relationship type works for between two entities, employee and department. That means an employee and the department will be having a relationship, and that relationship is works for, and it will be associating each employee with the department the employee works for. That means the relationship set will be consisting of an entity set that will be obtained from each employee who is working for an department. Each relationship instance is a relationship set, works for, associates one employee entity with one department entity. So here in this relationship type and the relationship set which will be consisting works for is the relationship set. The name of a relationship is also works for, and this will be consisting of the values, and that values will be one employee entity in one department entity. That means each of the employee who has been working will be working for only one department. More than one employee can work for the same department, but whatever the relationship is there works for, that set will be consisting of one entity, one department. One entity, one department. That means one employee will be related to one department. One employee will be related to one department. This diagram represents where each relationship instance is shown connected to the employee and the department entities participating in a relation Ri. In the mini world, it has been represented as shown. The employees are E1, E2, E3, etc. up to En, and working for the department D1, D2, D3. So here E1 and E3 and E6, E1, E3 and E6 are working for the department D1. E1, E3 and E6, observe the diagram, they are working for the department D1. E2 and E4 are working for the department D2. E5 and E7 are working for the department D3. So here the relationship set, this R1, R2, R3, those you can see it is one employee entity and one department entity. A relationship set is having association with one employee entity with one department entity. Degree of relationship type. A degree of a relationship type is the number of participating entities. The degree of a relationship type is the number of participating entity types. That means how many number of entities will be participating to form a relationship is called the degree of a relationship type. For example, works for is a relationship and which is caused because of two entities. One is the employee, another one is the department entity. Because of this one, the works for relationship is of degree 2. Works for relationship is caused because of two entities participating in a relation For that reason, works for relationship is of degree 2. A relationship type of degree 2 is called binary relationship. A relationship type of degree 2 is called binary relationship. Binary relationship, in other words, we can say the relationship which has been caused due to the participating of two entities is called binary relationship. Relationship caused because of participating of two entities is called binary relationship. A relationship type of degree 3 is called ternary relationship. That means to form a relationship, three entities will be involved. Such a relationship is called ternary relationship. To form a relationship, three entities will be involved. Such kind of relation is called ternary relationship. An example for ternary relationship is supply, where a supplier will be supplying a part to one project. A ternary relationship example is supply, where a supplier S will be supplying a part P to the project J. That means here each relationship instance associate three entities, one with supplier S, a part P and a project J. So three entities are involved to form a relationship supply. For that purpose, a supply is a ternary relationship. Here a supplier S supplies part P to the project J. In reality, there can be n number of degree of relationship type. That means relationship can generally be of any degree, but the ones most common are binary relationships. Relationship can be formed by participating n number of entities. That means there is no limitation for the participation of entity to form a relationship. How many number of entities will be participating? Based upon that, the degree of a relationship type is obtained. If two entities participates, then the degree of relationship is 2. If three entities participate in a relation, then the degree of relation is 3. If four entities participate in a relationship, then it will be a degree of 4. That means relationship can generally be of any degree, but in general the most common type of relationship which we come across in DBMS are binary relationships. Higher degree relationships are generally more complex than binary relationships. That means a degree of relationship type more than 2 are complex as compared to binary relationships. But in reality, a relationship can be of any degree. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It can be of any degree, but most common are binary relationships. Other than binary relationships are generally more complex. Relationships as attributes. How we are going to denote our relationships? Our relationships will be denoted by using an attribute. For example, consider the relationship works for. So works for relationship is nothing but an employee is working for a department. An employee is working for a department. So how this can be written in a table or an entity or a relationship is, here we will be writing DNO in the employee entity. This DNO is nothing but the department attribute. The department attribute, it is the department number of the entity department. DNO which is present in employee entity refers to D number of the department entity. That means DNO here, whatever we have considered in an employee entity, refers to the D number of an department entity for which the employee works for. DNO of an employee entity whose value for each employee entity is a reference to D number of an department entity for which the employee works for. It means whatever DNO value will be writing for an employee, DNO value which will be writing for each of the entities for an employee entity will be the value which is referred from D number value of an department entity. So in this way we represent the works for relationship type by using an attribute. What attribute we have used? We have used the attribute called DNO, which indicates the relationship between employee and department as works for. So here DNO of employee entity represents the value for which an employee is working for the department, D number of the department entity. Here DNO will be referring to D number of a department. That means it indicates the value of an employee. That value is nothing but the department number for which the employee works for. So here DNO I have written in a red color, whereas the D number of an department table in purple color. DNO of an employee entity in red color and D number entity of an department entity I have represented in a purple color. DNO attribute of an employee entity I have represented in red color, and D number attribute of a department entity I have represented in purple color. So here DNO is a foreign key, whereas the D number is a primary key. What is a foreign key and what is a primary key? A primary key is nothing but an attribute which can uniquely identify a tuple. An attribute which can uniquely identify a tuple in an entity is called as a primary key. So here D number of department is able to recognize unique tuple in the department. For that purpose the D number is the primary key. When the primary key attribute of one entity is taken in another entity, then that will be as considered as a foreign key. For example, here D number of department entity has been taken as a DNO in the employee entity. DNO attribute as employee entity. So here DNO represents the foreign key. That means it will be referring to the value of a D number of the department table. So this is the way of representing a relationship by using attribute. Role names and recursive relationships. Each entity that participates in a relationship type plays a particular role in the relationship. Each entity that participates in a relationship type plays a particular role in the relationship. The role name signifies the role that the participating entity from the entity type plays in each relationship instance, and because of this role name it helps to explain what the relationship means. For example, works for is a relationship type. Here employee is an entity which will be playing the role of employee or worker, and department is an entity which plays the role of department or employer. DNO which we have considered in employee entity, that one will be denoting the department number of department. So that one, the relationship to build, we have considered attribute as a relationship. So for that relationship it will be signifying the role, what role is played. So that will be called the name, and that role name will be signifying what play is played by an entity, means what role is played by a particular entity. For example, in that works for relationship type, the role of the employee entity is employee or a worker. The role of the department entity is department or employer. The role of employee entity is employee or worker, and the role of department entity is department or employer. So role name signifies the role that a participating entity from an entity type plays in each relationship instant, and it helps to explain what the relationship means. So because of this one, it is called as an works for. An employee work for the department. Works for is the relationship name. So that works for means what? Employee work for department. Role name signifies the role that the participating entity from an entity type plays in each relationship instance, which helps for the purpose of explaining relationship means. Role names are not technically necessary or important in case of an relationship types where all the participating entities are distinct, since each entity type name can be used as a role name. For example, the works for relationship, in that one, the participating entities are employee and department. So for that one, these two are the distinct entities. So here the role name is not necessary. We can consider employee and department together as a role name. That means employee department. Like that, we can take the role name. However, in some cases where the same entity type participates more than once in a relationship type in different roles. Whenever same entity type participates more than once in a relationship type in different roles, in such cases the role name becomes essential for distinguishing the meaning of each of the participation. Right? In a relationship, when the participating entities are distinct, that means when the participating entities are different, then there is no need of role names. We can just consider the each of the employee entity type name as a role name. For example, works for can be named as employee underscore department. Employee underscore department. It is employee is one entity, department is another entity. So each of the entity type name can be used as a role name. But in case if the same entity is participating more than once in a relationship type, in such cases we need to have the role name. We need to have a role name, because distinguishing the meaning of each of the participation. For example, when the employee entity is participating in a relationship twice, when employee entity participating in a relationship twice, in such cases employee underscore employee doesn't mean or doesn't give any meaning, because we will not come to know what role is played by employee entity and what role is played by the employee entity for another time. So where an entity will be participating more than once in a relationship, such type of relationships are called recursive relationships. When an entity is participating more than once in a relationship type, such kind of relationship types are called recursive relationships. Here, an example of a recursive relationship is supervision. A supervision relationship type relates an employee to a supervisor, where both The employee and the supervisor entities are the members of an same entity, and that entity is the employee entity type. As an example of a recursive relationship is supervision, and this supervision relationship type will be relating employee to a supervisor. Both employee as well as a supervisor are the members of the same entity, and that entity is the employee. It means when an entity participates in a relation more than once, then such kind of relation is called as a recursive relationship. So here employee entity is participating two times, one as an employee, another one as a supervisor. For that purpose, it is an example of a recursive relationship. So here employee underscore employee, if you give the name of a relationship, then it doesn't signifies what role is played. For that purpose, here the role name has to be indicated by using a different name has to be given, such that that role will be denoting what role is played by each of the entities. Hence, the employee entity type participate twice in the supervision. Once in the role of a supervisor, that is a boss, and once in the role of a supervisee, that is a subordinate. Once as an employee and once as a supervisor. Once as a subordinate, once as a boss, once as a supervisee, once as a supervisor. So this one here in a relationship indicating will be indicating in a form of an attribute in an entity. How? For example, here we can see super SSN. So this is the attribute which has been taken from the entity employee, and which will be referring to SSN, which will be referring to SSN of the same entity, that is of the entity employee itself. So here it is an example of a recursive relationship because the same entity is participating more than once. Here super SSN I have indicated in red color for the purpose of identification that it is a foreign key, and SSN I have indicated in purple color to indicate this one as a primary key. SSN is a primary key of an employee table or an employee entity, and super SSN is a foreign key of an employee table on an employee entity. SSN denotes employee, whereas super SSN denotes supervisor. SSN denotes supervisee or subordinate, whereas super SSN will be denoting supervisor or the boss. So in these cases where an entity will be participating more than once, in those cases it is necessary to give the role name, and that role name we can give, there is a relationship name we can give as a supervision.